Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, SOP fans. You're welcome back to another episode of Sport on Pundits here on YouTube channel. This is where you get all the updates regarding the English Premier League. For a fact, we are not just proud about it, we are not bragging, but this is where you get your informations right. So, thank you for joining us here again, and thank you for your love and support. We are so grateful to you guys. We have seen the support coming. We've seen the love. So keep it coming. We appreciate you guys a lot. So today we are back with another topic which we are going to dissect. And my beautiful pundits are here again to make sure that we do justice to this topic. What is it? I can't tell you. Which of the Premier League managers is at risk of being sacked this season? Already, we've had 14 Premier League managers were sacked during the 2022-2023 season, and already there are a number of managers whose jobs are already under threat. So before we go deeper into this topic, let's welcome our pundits on this channel. First up, Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker, how do you do?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah. And a superstar football juggernaut.
Yes, getting back to juggernaut status.
Mr. T.I., how do you do?
I'm good.
You're welcome. So, guys, I think we've already seen that someone was sacked. I think earlier in the season. That was around.
Okay, that was the this guy that left now, Lopetegui that left.
Yes.
Lewis, yeah. So that one is.
How do you pronounce his name? His name is
Julian Lopetegui.
Oh, okay, whatever that name is. So one person was already out. That was.
But that guy was not sacked. I think it's just disagreement on how
the club
signings and how they do. So he's the one that left.
All right.
Yeah, he left this.
So guys, let's dissect now to see which team in particular are doing so badly and who is likely going to be the next manager that will be sacked this season. It's just going to be a prediction. It's going to be an analysis of how the team have fared for the first 9 games of this season. So guys, sit back, relax while we dissect this topic. Mr. T.I.,
yeah,
who in particular do you think?
No, for me, I'm quite curious as to why you are trying to relate who is doing well to them being sacked. It's a Premier League; anybody can be sacked.
Okay, now if the Premier League is a very tough league, do you agree to that? Good. So if you don't perform, you are likely to get sacked, no matter how good you are.
No, when sacking you is based on perception.
No.
You might be doing well and you still get sacked.
No, it's based on your performance.
Is Manchester United doing poorly?
No.
They didn't start the season well.
But are they doing poorly?
Of course, they're doing poorly.
Where are they on the table?
Well, they won their last game, so.
Yeah, they are 10th on the table currently as of now.
They are 10th on the table, right?
Yep. So you feel like
are they going to sack those bottom 3 managers? Will they sack them?
I think it depends on the owners, because sometimes like we used to say, like at least you need to give like 10 games. That's when the table starts to take shape. So it's still too early, like maybe for you to like okay, except this guy, Frank de Boer. I remember that time, like after like 5 games he was already sacked.
Boom.
Yeah. So or if you have those kind of Watford owners.
Okay, so
those kind of clowns.
So for me, all right. So for me, I already have because my analysis will be based on reports I've checked. I've seen different polls have been raised online, and I'll collate them and then probably create like top 3, top 4 coaches that are likely to lose their job. So would you guys permit me to just start with some names?
We can give you our own. Before you give us your own.
Okay, so let me start with the first on my. Hold on now.
If your list doesn't start with Paul, then your list is fake.
With who?
Paul Ekinbottom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am just going to give you guys Okay. Top on my list here is Paul Heckingbottom, Sheffield United boss. Do you guys think that this guy is going to be sacked? Because from the report it shows that Sheffield United have managed just like one draw against Everton so far. They've been conceding a lot of goals against teams like Tottenham, Man City, Nottingham Forest. So, but these teams are kind of way beyond their league. But do you think that the performances of Sheffield United has been really shambolic? And do you think that it is really Paul's fault that the team is where they are today?
It's not Paul's fault, but the buck stops at its door, right? The gap in class, in quality, in management, in exposure, and in finance is huge. It's huge. You cannot give what you don't have. And no disrespect to Paul. Paul is a decent manager. But yeah, what I don't pass Gary.
I think the issue he has is because like Chris Wilder is available. So if let's say for that kind of club your legendary ex-manager is available and still has interest in the club, so your job is already under danger. So I think it's similar to what happened to Vieira last season whereby Roy is just at home. So you can just easily bring him back. So it's the same thing with this guy.
Okay, so would you say that he's one of the topmost coaches that will be likely sacked this season?
He's the first.
That will be sacked.
It's most likely the first person to go.
His seat is hot just for the fact that Chris Wilder is
available. All right, so let's move forward. For me, it's surprising. Next person on my list, Sean Dyche, Everton.
Man, that's harsh.
Not on my own list.
Yeah, because the thing about Sean Dyche is like most people feel bad. Like we just talked about how the problems Everton are having. So it's quite harsh for you to blame the manager that is there.
But do you think that his style of play actually suits the profile of players that Everton has currently?
100%. 100% because those players are not good. So you have to just do whatever you can, pack the balls, wait for set piece.
It's Gigo now.
Whatever
garbage in, garbage out.
That reminds me, Dele Alli is still playing for Everton.
Who is that?
Yeah. Dele Alli.
Who is that?
Dele Alli.
I don't know that.
Still there.
I don't. I don't know that player.
I think he has issues with mental.
Let's not talk. Stop. With mental. Let's not talk about the dead among the living. Moving on.
What? You don't seem to show pity on these players. Why?
I see pity on. I don't understand.
Come on, you should show concern. They are players. They're human beings as well.
So I am. Right. My point is this: we cannot stand here and try to justify somebody who squandered every potential he had to be great due to indiscipline, and then now we want to link that to mental health, and then his family came out to debunk the lies that he told everybody. So I'm at a crossroad.
Yeah, but he already has issues with the family now, right from time. So those guys, whatever they say,
no. But they gave us facts. He said that he grew up in a poor family, right? They gave us facts that he was born with a silver spoon. His Dele problem started when he fell out with his family, because family is your support system, right? And Mourinho rightly called it out then as well, that it will not end well.
Anyway, I think Dele Alli won't make any difference for this Everton team.
Okay, so we wish all Everton fans all the very best, and we wish Sean Dyche should be off this position, because I think Sean Dyche is a good manager.
It's not on my own. It's not even on my top 5 list of people to be sacked.
All right. So now let's move forward.
Even though I want to go down.
One of the third person on my list is Rob Edwards, Luton Town.
Not on my list.
Why will you sack that one? Because this one you already came, you knew you're not going to survive in the Premier League.
And
so what's the point
of
sacking
his expertise when you go back to the Champions League, the Championship.
So what's the point of sacking a manager when you already knew your target when you came to the league? You knew you're not going to stay, and he's on pace for that. So why are you sacking him for?
It's like
no, this one shouldn't be here.
Luton
Yeah.
The Premier League is Olympics for them. It's in the participation.
Bro, there's no one that's gonna
So
keep
they-
Luton up.
Do you think
I
so?
guarantee you. There's no one that's gonna keep Luton on. They should bring who is the
Three
greatest
Roy
manager.
Hodgsons. We
Yeah.
don't keep them up.
Nobody's gonna keep them.
But
up.
what if Luton surprises everyone?
I'm
Mind you, the English Premier League is always full of surprises.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
These guys will
I'm up for
surprise
it.
me. They will surprise me.
All right, so should we move forward?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Unless they do a double over you.
I can bet it now. I'll bet it now that Luton will be in the championship.
Okay, so the next on my list is Andoni Iraola,
That's second on my own list.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
It's second on my own list after Eckenbottom.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's been touted to now the report says that Iraola is unable to fully transform his new side, and there are no positive signs that he will ever get to do that for this
Then
Bournemouth
spend
team.
money.
Okay.
No spend
For this guy came with like a lot of hype or potential because he's like all these kind of
deserve
Spanish
it.
managers that look like
Master tactician.
no, like all these Arteta, Emery kind of managers. So but I feel like what he's going through right now is probably, and he's a young manager, so it's probably like what Emery went through when he came to Arsenal.
It's a totally different
Yeah, so
ball
it's
game.
like
Culture
different. Yeah, there's culturally what he was doing in Spain last year. Probably he's not able to translate it here. So, and for Bournemouth, if you see what these three promoted teams are doing, where you expect those three teams to be the ones going down. If
You don't
Bournemouth,
expect to find Bournemouth.
yeah,
there.
they should not be in that mix. So, yeah, this guy is.
That's why
Okay.
it's second on my list.
Okay, all right. So I want to ask, do you think that probably some of these managers, they need time in the English Premier League? Because sometimes you bring in a coach with so much of high enthusiasm and you don't give him the chance that he needs, probably, or would you say that the league is just too hot for him?
Who enthusiasm help?
This Bournemouth, I really feel they deserve it because you had they had a good season in a way under Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
Then
and then
you-
you truncated the thing.
You now followed all this hype of tactics and all this kind of what kind of football they follow. Yeah, counter press. He beat Barcelona and Real Madrid last year in La Liga. Let's get him.
went
They
for
brought
hype.
him. They brought him.
All right.
He couldn't
Okay.
translate it.
All right, so let's move forward. Next on my list is Gary O'Neill,
Nah, it's not even.
Wolves.
Nah.
Do you think that he should escape this particular
It's probably
list?
6th or 7th on my list.
How many managers have we done now? 2?
How many what?
4.
We've done 4 managers, so he's like the 4th.
Yeah, the fourth. Yeah.
I don't think Gary O'Neill should be like, I think a bit higher.
A bit higher. Okay, I think I agree with you guys because he's a very good manager.
Yeah.
I like his man management skills.
And
You could see that with Bournemouth, like you
yeah,
said.
because all the situations that he took over is similar to what he did with Bournemouth last year. Is a manager having disagreement with ownership. He came, they survived. This year is the same thing. Manager had disagreement with ownership. He came in and they are still doing well. So yeah, this kind of guy, man, you shouldn't be putting him on the list of people that are likely to get sacked.
Okay, so the last on my list now is a shocking one. Who's going to guess?
Eric Ten Hag.
How can Eric Ten Hag be
It's
shocking?
not a shock,
Eric
man.
Ten Hag is
Mauricio Pochettino.
in Chelsea. Nah,
Chelsea.
nobody's sacking Mauricio.
Pochettino will get them.
Nah,
Do you think that he's going to, because for me personally, if Chelsea should go ahead to sack Pochettino, I think I will just leave the club.
No, I think there's enough.
Personally, I will leave the club because I see no reason. It will be a baseless sack.
That's why
I am of the opinion to give this guy, even if it means 2 years,
They won't sack Pochettino.
let him do what he has to do with Chelsea. We need to have a philosophy. Do you know that one of the things that once I'm arguing about my club with the rival fans, right? It's the lack of identity that Chelsea has. Conte comes, we have a defensive team. that we only know how to counter. Mourinho comes, we know how to park the bus. Who else would come? I think the only manager that came in and we had a very good flow of football was Frank Lampard. I don't know if you guys agree, but I see what he did with those young boys. There was a free flow of football. 4-3-3 system, bringing back the memories of Lampard and Jobba.
Tweetable moment.
But that's still Mourinho's team, right?
Yeah, so for me, I feel like Pochettino should be given time.
He will get time.
Enough time.
They have to give
Nobody is sacking Pochettino, man. Nobody is sacking. If you sack Pochettino, no, then it's over for. Let's just.
The ownership, they have to even kick them out.
Let's just erase Chelsea as a football club because.
Absolutely. So there you have it, guys. So I will leave it to you guys to come up with your own.
People who are on the hot seat.
What do you think the coaches you think are in the hot seat? So let's go with the first three, so that we can round up the session as quickly as possible.
First three for me.
Yeah, first three
for
for
me. Paul Ekinbottom.
already his name is Bottom.
Iraola and the man whose name sounds like crypto, ETH.
Eric Ten Hag. But why do you think that Ten Hag could be sacked? Do you think that it's because now this brings me to the culture at Manchester United currently.
What culture?
Now, ever since Sir Alex left the club, I think that the club has truly gone through an identity crisis.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So I feel like any other manager that comes in, everyone sees that person in the light of Sir Alex Ferguson, and definitely the person cannot be at that particular pedestal.
I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree that people see managers coming in the light of Sir Alex.
Yeah. Because you know why I'm saying this? Because most of the managers that come in, do you agree that Manchester United still seek advice from Sir Alex Ferguson for their managerial choices?
No, because he's a club ambassador,
Good. He's a club ambassador.
Is like, I don't think it's mainly like they're judging them based on Sir Alex. The identity crisis is like Man United was traditionally a British club. Like, it's that British core that they used to have and all those things. But football has evolved and changed. Like, I don't think that's sustainable right now. And they've not had someone that will be able to do things that are done in the modern way correctly. Okay. Like, even at the top, they don't have any person that maybe will be able to make a good decision in terms of like the sporting aspect of the club. Yeah. So, and another thing, like, it's not only about Sir Alex. David Gill was with him as well. So it's two important people that left that were helping to run the club, and you didn't even get at least half of that. And you see a club like that, you've been under Sir Alex for like how many decades, and
27 years.
You didn't have a proper succession plan when you already knew like 10 years before that he's going to retire.
Go.
So what kind of organization is that?
That's why I told them that when Ferguson leaves, they will suffer for 12 years.
Already they are suffering. They're already suffering. Okay, so do you agree that time should be given to Ten Hag or
Ten Hag? No, this is not even me, right? I'm not the type to ask for a manager to be sacked. That's not me. I believe people should be given time, and this is a very unpopular opinion, and this is my opinion, so you can. It's this. Eric Ten Hag, there are three things working against him. He talks too much, right? He cannot back the things he say. It's like he came with the gusto of Superman, right? And then he fights like Lega Miami.
Yeah, I think it's not like he talks too much, or I think it's more like he doesn't know how to talk.
At least if he keeps his mouth shut, I will not know that he doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't have it. His man management skills sucks. Tell me one crisis in Manchester United that Eric Ten Hag has resolved since he got there. One.
The Ronaldo one.
He didn't resolve it.
It's something that at least according to them, they had a better season than us now. So
Do they?
because they won the
Now,
EFL Cup.
Cristiano
Finished
Ronaldo
third.
is in fucking Saudi, still scoring goals. You said it was a problem. Since he left, how many goals have you scored? Eric doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I feel they have to give him time. The only thing probably that might not go well for him is maybe the players that they are signing. Because if you look at
Now, when you say the players that they are signing,
Who is
now,
signing them?
who are the people signing? Because
Because the 345 million that they have spent in the last 2 years
They are-
were always signing.
signing.
yeah, so that's what I'm
People
saying.
may
So that's what I'm saying. Like it can come back to haunt him. Because if you look at the signings, like Anthony doesn't look. Yeah, he's like the most
material.
expensive one that he signed, right? Yeah, so that guy looks like a flop, honestly, because we're still. It's almost a year he has played in the Premier League, and we still don't know whether he's good or what he's good at. Yeah, so it's that kind of thing that they can come to use against
I
him.
really wish they give him time.
But they should give him time. Seriously,
wish.
They have to back him.
But also with the rumors, with the fracas about the sales, the 25%, with Sir Jim wanting to control. You think if Sir Jim buys 25% stake with the option of controlling the footballing decision, you think Eric is going to stay? They will leave Eric in charge?
I don't know but it depends on how the person that comes in. I don't know if it's Sir Jim or he'll bring his own director of football to make those decisions.
He will bring his own director.
Yeah, so if
he
the
will bring his
director of
own.
football feels like has a different way of how he wants the football club to be, or how he wants them to play, then probably he might.
Even if you listen to Manchester United legends, everybody has a different direction of how Manchester United should be run. There's no culture, there's no identity. The players are lazy, extremely lazy. They have dead legs.
So anyway, let's just finish our segment of this one.
Okay. All right,
So
guys.
Jan Amrabat.
So Baka, we come to you. So your three managers that are likely to get sacked?
Paul will be there because, like I said, Chris Wilder is breathing, so his job is under threat, and they are not hitting where the target they are supposed to meet.
Chris Wilder.
Yeah. So I think Chris Wilder will take over at Sheffield United at some point this season. Bournemouth, Iraola.
Yeah.
Disappointing, because I remember our first episode, that's like among the guys I was really looking forward to what he was going to do.
Yeah.
So far he hasn't done that, so he'll be there. Then who else again? Which team is not performing? But company, man, why should we say company now on this list?
Why should we?
Huh?
I don't know.
Because we said company, man. He came with all the hype. I really thought Burnley would do better, man. But since he came to the Premier League, I don't know, maybe because of the name.
No, but you know what? You know what the issue
really
is.
feel
You know what the
company
issue
should
with
be
Burnley
on that
is,
place.
right? It's because they don't have the personnel to play.
Yeah, so if they don't have the personnel to play, why don't they do the old Sean Dyche way, whereby at least that one can help you survive in the Premier League? Why do you have to play open football? Then Chelsea
Vincent
scoring 4
Kompany,
or 5.
Vincent Kompany is not Sean Dyche.
Yeah, so that's why he should be on this list. They need someone that will keep
because
them
at the end
league.
of the day, the sack is correspondent to the resources that you have.
No, I asked the question earlier, and I said, should a manager be sacked purely based on performances on the pitch?
Yeah, and I told you, what did I tell you? I told you he has, at any point in time, he has nothing to do with that, because at the end of the day, it's based on perception. If Manchester United say that, okay, our target for Eric is this. So far as hitting the target, whether or not we like it or we don't like it, he stays.
Okay.
It only goes south if the things that are must have, you don't provide it to your stakeholders, right? And in terms of company, they've seen him before, right? And whatever applies to Luton manager should apply to company. If Burnley
were in the Premier League before, it's not like
Burnley
Luton.
will go down, if Burnley will go down, right? They will still need somebody like company, because it's a project.
But that's
And they will give
the
a project
issue,
time.
because they brought somebody like company, so they were able to get, maybe because of his connections, they were able to get a lot of good players on loan.
Yes.
So now you use those loan players, you get promoted, you can't have those loan players again in the Premier League. You have to go and shop elsewhere, some average players to come in to keep you in the league.
Burnley's aim this season is just to survive.
And they are not going to survive. Right now, the part they are trending is relegation again.
Okay, beautiful. I probably, for me also, I don't know why that my list did not include Vincent Kompany, but
because even the odds don't.
Because you see those two teams, the Bournemouth and Burnley, the two managers want to play some kind of attacking football that they don't have the players to do it. Why will you do it? Why don't you just adapt? Pack balls, do any kind of thing that you just try to get 3 points and for
But in their defense, they would rather tell you, I'd rather go down fighting. Because whatever personal I have simply tells me that I will be trashed. So let me experiment with my style of football. Let me go down playing the way I want to play.
So why do people now attack Frank Lampard for trying to play his own philosophy?
I'm not part of the people. Nobody in their right senses will.
No, me now, I'm looking at myself like a club owner. If my team gets to the Premier League, I want them to stay there. And if I don't have the players to compete against there are a lot of all these other teams are established in the Premier League already. So they like you own Crystal Palace, all those teams, they've been around. So your own job is just to survive. Yeah. Pack boss.
They will survive.
It's not anybody that's at the house that you come out.
Because even if they pack boss, then go still collect. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
Even if this guy succeeds, see like even Eddie Howe, the Chris Wilder, all those guys, after like 2-3 seasons, they still ended up getting relegated with those teams.
Yeah, because you can only scrape by.
Anyway, yeah, for me, Kompany should be there because he has been disappointing so far.
There you have it, guys. Let us know in the comment sections below which of the managers that we have mentioned are likely to go down, likely to get sacked by their team. So it's been a good session trying to dissect this particular topic. So guys, I think it's been a fruitful day and we can call it a day.
Yes.
All right, so thank you guys, and thank you so much for joining us today. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do well to hit on the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Give us that love that we deserve. Come on, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time.
Embrace it.
Peace.